To hire a good backhoe operator, it costs nearly 3 times what hiring a man to use a shovel costs, though some are more and others less. The relative value of the 2 holes dug that day can be as much as 10,000 times. According to the wage theft ideology, the man who hired the backhoe operator stole from him by not paying him 10,000 times what the man using a shovel would get. While the backhoe operator's skill is higher than the shovel wielder's, it is that tool that is creating most of the value, not the skill in this case. The better the tool, the more value you can create with it. Not will create, but can create. If you make crap, buying a better tool doesn't suddenly make it valuable, so skill does play a very big part in it too, hence the higher wage to a good operator. Year after year for the last century and more, the tools people can buy to create things have gotten better and better, and the value of what they can create has skyrocketed. This is true of companies too. Shipping companies are buying single ships worth more than what their entire company was worth just 50 years ago, and carrying nearly 100 times as much freight. That is where the wealth inequality is coming from. Not them stealing workers' labor, but them buying such powerful tools. The only way to stop the inequality is to not allow them to build such valuable companies and buy such powerful tools. But for most, you cannot really do that. If not here, they will build them somewhere else. They cannot afford not to, really. If it is a good place to build one, that is where it will be built. They can be part of it or left behind. China already has a lion's share of the most valuable manufacturing companies on the planet, and are now opening more of them every year than the entire West combined, though that looks to be slowing down. But other places are picking up. They will keep making more and more valuable companies, and wealth inequality will keep growing. The last thing we can afford is for them not to be investing in building them here in the name of stopping wealth inequality. The tools to build companies worth $1 trillion are about to become available. Musk thinks he'll be the first one. He is developing the tools to do so, but others are in the running, and only a fraction of them are Americans. There are huge factions in the US trying to stop him and others there from building companies that valuable. The wealth tax is one such faction. They want to take away the money he would have used to acquire the tools he needs to build such. Many of them have very bigoted views. They think only Americans can build things that valuable. And if they stop Musk and others here, then no company that valuable will exist. If the tools to build them exist, then there are people who will build such. The only questions are, who will build the companies that valuable? And where they will be built? With those companies come economic power, and US needs as many of them as they can get. The trillionaires are coming, and the wealth and power each will bring their countries is coming too. Not only does the US need policies to make sure that it gets a good share of them, but each state needs to take actions that will bring them to their own state. But it has to be done very, very cautiously. They will abuse the system just as much as any other person and have a lot more power to do so, and some can be very harmful indeed. People say no one needs billionaires, much less trillionaires, but if some other country has them and you do not, you are at their mercy economically, so you do need them.